Hi everyone, it's Sharon from Embrace Your Superpowers, and like a lot of folks, the news of Chadwick Boseman's passing yesterday was a big blow. Now you know that I use the Marvel Universe to talk about mental health, and I'll often use different characters as a means of explaining behaviors associated with particular diagnoses. I also used Black Panther and Shuri to explain the power of neuroscience and that how superheroes rarely do things on their own. And while I always loved the character for what he represented, what I really loved was how Chadwick brought him to life. And it wasn't just the fact, and I have to say this, I'm not a monarchist, so the notion of a king was one thing, but he represented everything that we needed in a leader. So Chadwick's portrayal of T'Challa took things to another level. He was the leader that saw the power and the responsibility that he had. He saw the value and respected the women in his life. I mean, Black Panther was also very much a feminist film. But the other part that ties to mental health and ties to Chadwick's legacy was that if you stop and think about the time period where he was diagnosed with and battling cancer, it looks like that's, if not the entirety, a good portion of his time in the Marvel Universe. Now, I'm a cancer survivor myself, and I know what cancer does to your mental health, and I now see what he did in another light that makes him even more special. And that is that sometimes when we are going through something like that, we fight and we focus on others. So I took my opportunity in office to try to shift things and basically try to take the lemons that I was handed and make lemonade for others. And I see how he continued to share his gifts with us. He worked with and supported children who were going through a cancer diagnosis. He wanted them to be okay. So I just want to say thank you to Chadwick. Thank you for being our king. You were not just in that role, T'Challa, the man we needed to see, the king we needed to see. You were so many things to us. So thank you for your legacy. The other thing I think I'm finding interesting about this is the context that this is happening in. We're at a period of time where yet again we are dealing with the 500-year-old bullshit legacy of colonization. So when Chadwick portrayed T'Challa, he was not just the hero that someone like myself, a white suburban feminist female, needed to see. He was the thing that he was the man, he was the leader. He was so many things that folks in the Black community needed to see. And so to my Black friends, I want to say, please let me listen, learn, and be the ally that you need me to be, because this is not 2020 being a crappy year. This is not about this week sucking because of what's happened in Kenosha and our loss of Chadwick and other things. This is about 500 years of bullshit. And what his portrayal of T'Challa offered and what Wakanda offered us was something that is a part of the rich legacy of Afrofuturism, but it was also that place, that thing, we can't be what we can't see. He gave us so much hope. So I'm blubbering here, I'm sorry, but to those who loved the work that he did and the example that Chadwick gave us, let's just be grateful for his legacy, for what he did leave us, the fact that it is there forever, that he will always be missed, and that from a mental health perspective, he also was a role model. He was looking after others as part of his own healing, and I want to thank him and those that worked with him, and thank his family for letting him share the gifts that he did. He was a true superhero in so many senses of the word, and much of that is literally just being revealed now. Yeah. Thank you, Chadwick. Thank you for everything. And know that you will continue to inspire us by being the man we needed to see, the leader we needed to see. You shared the lives of so many other people whose stories we needed to hear through your portrayal of them. You taught us the lessons that our hearts and minds wanted and needed to learn. Thank you for your gifts. I am so sorry that you were taken away from your loved ones so soon, but thank you for everything. And know that for so many of us, you are forever our king. And part of me is dying to do the Wakanda Forever salute, but I know how it got to you, and you said that you got a little tired of it, but please know that for many of us, it was not just about seeing you as some sort of comic book hero. It was recognizing what you embodied in that character that so many people on this planet and on this continent needed to see. Goodbye, Chadwick. We love you. You're forever our king.